the first foul in the final 2 minutes, so no free throws. Karl-Anthony Towns taking a seat. Well, Memphis 15 seconds away from going back over 500. They came into the game 32-32 on the season. And now McDaniels chases down Morant in the backcourt, and that will send Morant to the free throw line. Jim Morant wasn't nearly as efficient as Anthony Edwards was tonight in terms of shots, but 14 out of 25, not too shabby.
Well, again, I mean, we talked about this at the end of the Pelicans game, too, because Anthony Edwards was pretty dynamic and didn't get a touch at the end of game situation. And he didn't get touches here either. When Towns and Russell came back onto the floor, what Towns did, Ant kind of took a back seat. He still is sitting there at 39. Memphis kept on going to the well. They kept on going to the John Morant well that was springing forth goodness for their offensive possessions.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards, Jim, he hasn't scored in the last nearly 4 minutes of the game, and he was so hot. Morant misses both free throws, so the door is still slightly ajar for Minnesota, but a lot of things are going to have to go right.
You need two threes, and you don't have any more timeouts left. So,
and you're either going to need a steal or you're going to need two missed free throws. 37 tonight for John Morant in the game. And 10 dimes as well, as Morant has his 13th double-double of the season.
Saw John Morant being interviewed on the Jump today. And very well-spoken young man, very interesting. I like the way he thinks about the game and the way that he communicates the game, and he's a very confident young man. And so, you see Anthony Edwards and what he's done tonight, very similar stat lines. The efficiency for Anthony Edwards is what's been the thing that's been most impressive about Ant's night. 7 of 8 from outside the arc. The diversity of offensive game that Anthony Edwards gave you was incredible. John Morant was just so tough. I mean, most of he's diminutive, like Allen Iverson is small, right? And John Morant is not a big guy, but he goes in there and challenges the tall trees each and every night. He thrives in the painted area. So skilled. What a bright future both these kids have.
Both still so young, too. I mean, Ja's only 21. Rubio gets it into Edwards. Ant steps back for three. And Anthony Edwards, are you kidding? His 8th three of the game. And he's got 42 to match his career high.
He's needed the ball in his hands. I know it's difficult to take the ball out of D'Lo's hands and out of Karl-Anthony Towns' hands, but Anthony Edwards on this night needed to have the ball in his hands.
Eight of 9 from downtown for Anthony Edwards. I mentioned it earlier, Jim. I mean, it's kind of prophetic what he said yesterday after practice. He said, I now feel like I'm taking my high school three. He openly admitted that early in the season that extra couple of feet really bothered him, and it made a big difference. But now he's gotten used to it, and now it's feeling much more natural to him.
Definitely shooting easier. There's no doubt about it. Not having Summer League really hurt him more than probably anybody else at the top of that draft. I mean, just because LaMelo Ball had played professional basketball already and had played against grown men, so he had some experience in doing just that. Anthony Edwards hadn't yet, so the learning has been exponential with Ant. We've seen it from the beginning of the season to where he's at now. You mentioned, Dave, the first time we saw the Memphis Grizzlies, Anthony Edwards had 2 points. Wasn't the player that he is now. That's for sure.
Edwards, 2 points, 3 rebounds, only took 6 shots in that first game. Way back on January 13th. So Timberwolves will try to force a turnover, and if not, they'll foul quickly. And Desmond Bane is the guy who's going to be going to the free throw line. Bane, an 84% free throw shooter. He's only been there once tonight. And 1 out of 2 would be really all Memphis would need to lock this thing up. .21 in the game for Bane, and he misses the first. That's 3 straight missed free throws by the Grizzlies. Morant missed 2, Bane missed 2, and the Timberwolves still breathing here.
Who's taking the last shot if he does miss it? Even if he doesn't miss it.
Bane hits the second.
You got to get the ball up the floor. You can't be messing around here with D'Angelo Russell dribbling the ball all over the place.
Towns fires from way deep, nearly got a roll, and that is going to be all she wrote.